Can we just be?
But we talking about Till Death Do Us part.
Right. But in my head, that's what really happened.
Come on, Bryan, let's have fun together, the two of us.
She did business. You was thinking business relations.
The Lord must have said it again. He said, "You mean to tell me Cynthia's my wife?"
Yeah. And she glanced at me, and there was like this magical, just sparkles
like
that was
word.
just.
It defines a moment to where like every word is triggering.
But you always, I will have that conversation. You save M, okay?
Want to say the closest
No, I enjoyed it. It was awesome.
Interesting how communication stopped.
So much change. You don't need to be like that. You need to get over it.
It's the product of consistency, so I can't really.
I mean, and this was his exact words.
Repeat that again.
We can do the dash show, we can slow down.
And I want my future spouse's family to love me. I don't see that on the list.
That's true.
When I'm telling you, the love from that spouse's family is one of the greatest gifts you can experience
100%.
to your marriage.
100%.
But it's not on the list.
Yeah.
Because that's how individual people have become. That's how self-centered they become.
Yeah.
That literally they could care less about how their family feels.
Yeah.
And I get it. There's some real issues.
Yeah, issues.
Of course.
Right?
Of course, yeah.
I say these things not to put pressure on people to fix what may be broken,
Right.
but to establish what should be moving forward.
That's
Right?
good.
Like, so maybe your past was broken, but with your kids in your marriage, let's start this thing the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Like, don't let your pain and your losses transfer forward.
Yeah.
Right? You may not be able to fix what you had to go through, but let's not discount what right looks like.
Yeah.
You know?
That's good.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you guys think because you guys were friends first for such a long time and when you got married, because you guys have been married how long now?
13.
13
Yeah.
years. I think the foundation that you guys created has helped you tremendously in your marriage, but as parents, right? Can we talk a little bit about that and how the foundation that you started helped with you being parents? Because you have a great testimony and story
Yes.
with that as well.
For sure. You want to? Oh, I start. You just come in whenever you feel. No. Well, we both have obviously separate backgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents is very on the strict side of things. I was the only child, couldn't do much, but it was right now I appreciate it, but and it was very strict. Got whooping for everything, not everything, but
I hear you.
that was my discipline.
strict. Yeah.
Yes.
Strict.
So with her, she never
So
Belt to butt.
yeah.
easy.
Belt to belt to butt.
So we got discipline. It was my brother and myself, and we did get discipline. However, my parents spoke a lot to us. They did a lot of talking. I can count the number of times we got licks. That's what we call it, licks.
I can't count.
Sean said, "Focus, Sean. Focus.
Okay.
We're going somewhere with this."
But it was always speaking with us. We did a lot of talking. And if it's I have to talk to you more than once, then it's trouble. And so with us, it was more of like, okay, I don't want to get licks. When she talks, that's it. We ain't crossing the line. We talking, and that is it. So now that we're parents, we don't whoop like we got whooped or like he got whooped. We do a lot of speaking. And it benefits. And the reason why it benefits, it's because it's allowing them to be expressive, right? And then allowing us to communicate with them so they don't have this feeling of, okay, every time we get in trouble, we get whooped. Like, I want you to understand why I didn't whoop you.
Gotcha.
Like,
But it didn't start off that way though.
with you.
With me,
Yeah.
because that's why I preference that the discipline. I used to like be quick to do that. 'Cause I'm just like, hey, that's what I know, and I know like spare the rod, spoil the child. You know what I'm saying, it's in the book. So I'm going to. That's the first thing I did. Right.
I love
but
foundation.
I did it, but like she had to, put a different perspective, share a different perspective on how to train up a child, and because I used to be quick to do that. She's like, Sean, you don't want your daughter growing up. It's okay for a man to hit a woman. I never thought about it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And when she shared that,
Wow.
like, I stopped, like, completely. Because, like, she never saw me even do anything remotely close to that. And I say she, Ryan, my daughter. So it's just like, dang, I don't want her to, like, think that way. My mind is shifted. So that was the thing that we had to grow in. It's like making sure on the disciplinary side of things, to have a conversation about that. Like, how are we going to do it?
People don't have conversations.
No, not like how are we
kids.
going to discipline our child.
But do you think that's because you guys had developed a friendship before marriage?
Huge. Because I could have went off to the, I was, at first, I'm not saying it was like an easy thing, but pride, like I had to break that down because it's just like, bro, that's how I've been raised.
So and it's so big, right? A lot of people don't realize the number 3 cause for divorces in America is arguments over the raising of their children.
Wow.
I say that because in being a person that speaks to a lot of married couples and that type of thing, those are the things that they never even talk about while dating. It's like the number 3 cause is never a subject while dating.
Right.
You know, but I also say there's certain things that people they pass better than they establish. They pass better than they establish. What do I mean by that? Y'all just said it, that when it comes to discipline, people are more apt to pass what they experience than establish something new.
Yeah.
And so you have to, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you can ask a person while you're dating them, so how do you feel about disciplined children? How do you feel about this? But the better question is says, how were you disciplined as a child?
Yeah.
Because they're going to pass way more than they establish.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and so you really need to ask the question, how were you disciplined as a child?
Right.
These are things, why? Because this the number 3 cause for divorce is disagreements around the raising of kids.
Yeah.
Yet it is a mute subject while people are dating.
Right.
But it's an opportunity for growth too, right?
Yes.
Because even how I was raised, I was like I would say strict discipline. My mom did a lot. It was a lot of yelling. It was a lot of that. Brian wasn't like that. Brian didn't have yelling. Even me as a parent, sometimes I'll start to revert back to how I was raised, and he would come and say, "Hey, babe, you know, you're kind of yelling." And it's actually now I could catch myself. And I mean, you're talking about what, 16 years later, 15 years later, I can catch myself in the moment to now I'm catching it before I'm even talking to her.
Yeah.
And I'm patterning, making sure, okay, she's not like I was. She's sensitive. There's a different child. This is a different spirit.
100%.
And I was raised that these are 2 things that, like, I would even hear my father I played a lot of sports growing up. He would tell the coaches that Brian was raised in that, like, I was raised that yelling represents a lack of control, and people cuss because they have the inability to communicate. And so I'm on a football field and my coaches are yelling and cussing, and I'm like checking out. And they're like, man, why is this not motivating him? And then my father would have to tell them, like, because you yelled, which to him that symbols a lack of control. You started cussing, which symbols to Brian that you don't know how to communicate. He's lost respect for you. Like, and so I'm 10 years old, and I'm like, I'm out. Like, you know, I'm out. You lost control, and you don't know how to communicate. Like, so for me, it would now even my brothers and sisters were different though. And so for me as a child, like, it was very easy for me to receive that I had disappointed you in some way. And so I'm very sensitive to, like, tones, textures, word choices, but that's how I was raised. And so when
your daughter, Amber, our daughter is exactly like her father. Tones, you could say something very stern, and her feelings are hurt. She doesn't want to disappoint you. And I look at that with kids, right? Every kid is different.
Right.
And they'll accept different things. Like with your kids, you have 2, right? You have Ryan and Jude. They both receive differently.
They do.
And because you guys are like, how does that work with the dynamic? Like,
so with Jude, you can speak to him a little more aggressively.
Okay.
He has this independence. He wants to do things on his own, but you have to talk sternly with him.
Okay.
And demand, and he would stop. Ryan is you have to be soft spoken with Ryan. Ryan would emotions bubble up real quickly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But you respect the two differences and you realize these kids are different.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to make sure all their kids do. Your brother wasn't like that. Your sister was like. I love the fact that you realize these two kids are different.
Yeah, and we balance each other out on that in the moment as well. We give each other looks. Like if I'm going to him or she's doing, I'm like. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
and you're not doing it in front of the children.
No, I'll be like, she'd be looking at
you're not correcting her in front of the kids.
No.
And I know there's been far more studies now. So most of our parents weren't behavioral masters, right? They didn't know behavioral sciences wasn't a big subject.
Right.
And so it's like, of course, you got to first ask your question, what is the goal of the discipline? I think it's changed behavior. Well, you're not going to have changed behavior before you have a changed thought, right? And so, but our parents spare the rod, spoil the child. Well, you can beat them, but they just thinking, boy, I can't wait for this to be over.
Right.
So you didn't really change the thought to lead to changed behavior.
Right.
You grew a fear.
Straight up. Straight fear.
But
fear ain't learned nothing.
But all that, I'm scared. But I'm so scared. Well, fear also works to change behavior, but it only changes behavior. Behavior will only change as long as the fear is present.
Right.
That's the big difference.
Right.
Once the fear is gone, the behavior will change.
Right.
But as long as the fear is present, the change will stay.
Right.
Right.
That's probably why you see when kids start to become older, the fear is gone.
But
they ain't learned nothing.
They ain't learned nothing. And we were laughing the other day with Amber, right? Amber, she is, I know everybody says their child's intelligent. I'm going to go ahead and say, then put ours next to yours because she's intelligent too.
Yes.
You got to know her to know.
Yeah.
So Amber, we said Amber, like, she gets it. And I wanted to show her one of our new things, is we tell her, like, you don't make mistakes, you make choices. Because she started to get into this thing where she was like, oh, I made a mistake. I was like, Amber, you don't make mistakes, you make choices.
You're making choices.
You chose to do what you like. You don't make mistakes. We
That's
don't
good.
make mistakes in our house. We make choices.
That's good.
And so, and just to show her that, right, we told her, like, if she goes 14 days, this is 14 days would be certainly a record for her personally, and not getting written up like in her folder, right? We would give her like a great incentive.
Yeah.
We didn't even tell her what the incentive was. We just said it would be great. This girl went 14 days. She went 14 days. She had never gone 14 days before.
Never.
But I promise you, on day
14.
Day 14, she got
the day she woke up.
She got that incentive.
No way.
But then when did she get her next note?
Day 15.
Day 15.
Oh, wow.
Ain't no way.
Day 15.
Day 15.
She came, she says, something I got to tell y'all.
She's like, Mom, I got to talk to you.
I got to talk to you. And then she gives this full dissertation of like how it really went down.
Wow.
But saying that, what am I saying? I'm like that it's a thought she had, but we got to tell her, like, you could control it.
Right.
Yes.
You could control it.
100%.
Yes,
And
that's
so,
the difference. We didn't really get taught we can
Yeah.
control.
And you know, it was more fear driven.
Yeah.
And fear can come in many different ways.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't have to be beaten. Right?
I did.
I didn't have to be beaten. If you raised your voice, fear is present.
Nah.
Like, you raised your voice at me, that's it, boss. I'm good.
No, you gotta whoop me.
Enough done. Enough said. If I hear the way you yelled at one of my siblings, enough done. Enough said. I don't want that coming this way.
And I was the baby, so the older kids were always the good one.
Right.
I was the trouble.
Really?
Yeah, I was. But it's all good because the fear helped me.
Yeah.
Now, once I become a teenager and an adult, I had to learn the hard way because fear went away. Like you said, babe, fear went away.
Mine didn't go away. I slept there till I got married. I had to stand up.
Sean said his fear stayed.
Hey, first of all, me and Shonda had some talks. There was some psychological scarring. Like,
For real.
I was like,
It's all right. Respect though. There's a lot of respect in it.
Yeah.
Like I love. Like
I gotta tell the story. I gotta tell the story.
Go ahead,
that thing had me rolling. It's like so Sean is telling me the stories, but I never got to really see it in real life. You know what I'm saying? But him and his dad plays golf. And I was like, oh man, invite your dad out. Just even once again showing the community. His dad liked golf. I love golf. So I was like, man, Sean, and tell your dad, I'll take him out to go play some golf. Like this is how connected we are.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and so I'll never forget his dad shows up to the golf course and he has on blue jeans. You can't wear blue jeans on the golf course.
So Sean had to tell him.
So his dad hops out and I'm like, oh snap, he got on jeans. And so I was like, hey Pops, like, you can't wear the jeans out here. He's like, hold up.
Uh-oh.
When I say my man looked at Sean,
It's your fault.
My man Sean turned into a 5-year-old. Like right there in the parking lot.
Right now,
My
bro.
man turned into a 5-year-old.
Right there.
I believe it right there.
Look at Sean.
I believe it right there. He was like, because Sean was in charge of communicating with him what he needed to do to come to the golf course.
But Sean didn't know.
I didn't know. I really
he didn't know. It didn't matter that he didn't know. That's the point.
Matter, bro.
Like,
But thank God for healing.
But I'm saying all that to say that, like, even though I'm saying again, there's things that we're past.
Correct.
We're in an
hear you.
establishing generation.
Correct.
Right.
And it's important for us to even realize what was the fruit of those things.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. So Sean's saying in this moment, like, you know what? I took a pause on the whoopings in a traditional sense.
Correct.
Like, it's important for him to think about, like, what was the fruit of what happened to me.
Correct.
And we're like, okay, you know what? I need to process this because truthfully,
Correct.
the fruit wasn't what it was supposed to be. It had some fruit.
Right.
But man, there needed to be some review of the system.
Correct.
And what I'm saying, you have a lot of people who aren't reviewing the system. They're just passing what happened to them. Right.
That's good.
But,
That's good.
Guys, it's been good.
I know. I feel like I could talk to them forever.
I know. This was
And
fun.
so we always love to make sure that if there's anything you guys wanted to share, we know this conversation is very just free flowing.
Yeah.
But if there's anything you guys wanted to share before we close out, the floor is yours.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, something on your mind.
Or anything you want to say to like help someone that's in marriage or
encourage.
Yeah. I would just say, okay, one thing that I do value with our marriage, and one thing I share with her a lot is appreciation. That word appreciating.
Yes.
Appreciate your wife, appreciate your spouse, your husband.
right.
Yeah.
And if you look at that person in that light, you will like dismiss a lot of minute things
That's
or
good,
things that
Sean.
will make you mad or make you like throw you off. But if I'm always looking at her, yes, we do have our ups and downs, but I'm always positioning myself to appreciate her, to appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I do that.
And God honors that.
He honors that. And I don't want to get emotional now, but I get like, when I do that, I understand life itself and how precious it is. And we never know about whatever, God forbid anything. But I don't want to be in a position of being mad or being in a position of, man, whatever that thing is, and something happened and I'm in a regret state of mind. So I'm always going to make sure I make sure that I...
And that's so
appreciate
good,
it.
right, that you say that, because this is one thing that I love to remind people of is, like, men were created to be sacrificial in nature. And women were created to be able to take care, tend to in nature. But neither one of them were built to run without appreciation.
Wow.
And
That's
so
good.
many people are trying to teach a man how to sacrifice and teach a woman how to tend when they were created to do these things. The real question is, are you giving them what they need to run off of, which is appreciation, acknowledgement. Like, that is one of the first things that Jesus does to every person is he lets them know that they were created for a reason. He knows that they were created. He sees them. He understands them. And he acknowledges them. That's why people fall in love with Jesus. That no matter how the world has treated you.
Yep.
He says you were created for a purpose.
For
you
sure.
have a purpose. You are loved.
Yeah.
I love you. I
Right.
sacrificed for you.
Yeah.
And so what is that? That gives a person a sense of like, of appreciation.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, so I said, because a lot of people are like, oh man, I don't need nobody to say thank you. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Especially the ones that you're sacrificing for.
Yeah.
You need them to be like, hey, yo, I saw you.
Right.
You did great. Like we
Right.
all need that. Like
Sure.
like you're building pride and you're lying to yourself to say that you don't need the people who you've been sacrificing for,
Right.
the
Right.
homes you've been tending to,
Right.
to reciprocate in appreciation.
Right.
And so it's like,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I tell men all the time, if she does one thing that you love, make sure you say a thousand thank yous.
Yeah.
Because people repeat what's celebrated.
Boom.
Right. And so it's like,
Even
you don't
with
even
your
have to have a
children.
conversation, but if Kahmeel does something that you love, don't swallow up the thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
I say thank you 1,000 times.
Boom.
People will quickly repeat what's been celebrated.
Right.
Right.
Love that.
100%.
love
That's
that.
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go. Thank you, guys.
This is it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in for another Till Death Do Us part. We're so thankful that the Callahans spent this time with us. Also, I'm gonna do this too. Shouts out to the team producing this.
yes.
Yes.
Today was like another moment where they literally made it happen.
Yeah.
We got GA in with us.
Yes.
We got Mark with us. We got JT with us.
Yes.
We have literally been on a journey around. This thing started in the Bahamas with JT with a single camera on a balcony.
We've
Yes.
grown.
And now we're almost a year to that point, and we have been to
100%.
different states,
100%.
many different sets, new,
Yes.
and I just want to show them some appreciation.
Yeah, there you
for what
go.
they
Let's
do.
go.
Awesome.
But thank you guys for tuning in, and
Thank
we'll see
you.
you in the next one.
See you next time. Till then.
No matter the quest, I'm with you to the end. Through the tears and smiles, rain, sunshine, or clouds. Ooh, and we just thank God for the middle, 'cause only death can part, but thank God for now.
Baby, let's take a scenic now. We can do the dash show, we can slow down. I think we found our rhythm now. Only death could part us, but thank God for now. All is fair in love and we're okay, I know that's true. Some may pray on us, but we just pray through. Baby, let's take the scene. We can do the dash show, we can slow down. What if we laughed at the things the enemy tried to kill us with? Refuse to hold a grudge even for a little bit.